And this year, Keith, you're running a team at TT 2014.
That's right. Yep. Yeah, very exciting. You know, Steve Mercer, who's riding for us, he's done a couple of years at hot tracks with us, and I know Steve really well. And I think we started off last year doing the Northwest, which unfortunately no one really got out in. Yeah, it was just, I suppose the only way I'm going to get myself into the TT paddock is by putting myself around a rider and getting out there and being a part of it that way. So yeah, it's quite exciting. You know, Steve's up there, and we've put a good package around him, and you know, we're just hoping for a good, safe race, really.
And tell us about the bikes that you're running at TT.
Yeah, we're running Superbike, Super Stock, and Super Sport. So we're running those three classes. We're not doing the lightweight. Yeah, it's a big deal. You know, there's a lot to put on. You know, you've got to do it properly. You've got to put the right equipment and the right team. And you know, it's such a specialist circuit, and you know, all the road riders, you know, they're completely different breed from the short circuit, you know. So yeah, even putting the team together, you need the crew that have the same sort of experience as the riders. You know, it's just the whole setup is, you know, hugely unique. So yeah, you know, it's our first year here. We sort of, you know, as a team, obviously I think this is his fifth TT. So yeah, it's a lot of hard work, but for one of the greatest races in the world. So yeah, really excited. Just can't wait to get here and get stuck in. And you're here for 2 weeks, you know. So 2 weeks, it's really good atmosphere, good riders, you know, and some of the most exciting motorcycle riding you'll ever see. So yeah, we're buzzing for it.
And what kind of results are you hoping for this year, being your first year with the team?
Well, I think really, you know, it's about Steve achieving, you know, some personal bests. You know, if he you know, betters where he's been before, I feel that the team's done good by him. You know, I think that, you know, first year, just having everything run to plan. You know, as I say, a good safe few laps, you know, and we'll go away happy. You know, it's a lot to learn, even though the people that we got involved are experienced. They know what they're doing. They've you know, worked with some of the best riders, you know, here today. But we gel well as a team. But you know, in your first year, you've only, you know, you've got to just make sure that you've come here and done it right. And for me personally, I'd go away really happy knowing that Steve had beaten his lap time. You know, that would be a good, successful TT for us. What is the draw of the TT? I mean, from growing up 15, 16 on dirt, on fields and out on scooters, and then, you know, you pass your test, you get yourself a big bike. For me, we grew up watching the TT and watching endurance racing, and I think that this is such a challenge for the riders, challenge for the machinery, and you know, it's just the one of the greatest races in the world, and it's the history here and the heritage of the race is just is unsurpassed. And I think if someone tried to put something like this on nowadays, it just wouldn't happen. So for me, it's to have brought a team to something that is so free and is just about the riders and the circuit. You know, it's lawlessness springs to mind, but it's not that it's not lawless, and you know, it's not without, you know, a great infrastructure behind it, and you know. But once the rider sets off down Bray Hill, they're on their own. It's just them and the bike, you know, and if you work out the mileage, I mean, people were quoting, and I can't remember, you know, it's like going from Kent to Manchester or something on back roads, you know. And when you put it that way, you know, it's like endurance racing at its highest level. Yeah, it's just, I don't know, it's just one of the greatest races out there. It's just something great to be a part of.